Morning. I've made it to the Peak District. I was slightly later setting off than I thought I would be, and I think I might have made a bit of an error. Okay, so it's the first week of April, and I checked the forecast and it said it was going to be a lovely sunny day, and I kind of got a bit overexcited and thought, you know what, dump all the winter layers, dump all the winter accessories. It's 3.5 degrees here at the moment, and I'm just parked up on Snake Pass ready to attempt Blackden Brook Scramble. It's so pretty. Spring must be my favourite time of year to do hiking, with all the baby animals and all the new flowers, the blossom, the magnolia coming out. It's really, really pretty. And this is the first time I've actually driven up Snake Pass to this area of the Peak District, and it's a really, really nice drive. I've not done this hike before, and I think I know where I'm going. I've downloaded the guide, and but yeah, I decided to travel light this time and not bring the big rucksack. So I've bought the bare minimum, but I did bring the drone, even though it looks really windy. So I might freeze to death, but if I don't, hopefully we'll get a good video made out of this. Anyway, time to get ready. I think I'm gonna actually put an extra layer on before I set off. Wish me luck. This is going to be fun, getting changed in front of a busy road. They've actually got temporary traffic lights just there, so all the traffic is pulling up right alongside where I'm parked. So if if cars stop at this current red light, they're gonna see me getting changed, but I suppose it's quiet at the moment, so I'm gonna go for it.
So as you go through the gate and past the sign, the route begins with this steep decline down a muddy.
Yeah, there's definitely a cold wind today, but at least the sun looks like it's trying to break out. It's quite muddy underfoot. I'm gonna fall over, no doubt. It's quite slippery and muddy, so I'm going to take my time going down here, because I don't want to end up covered in mud just as I'm setting off. There's definitely a cold breeze today, but at least it's sun shining. So we're going to take this track up, keeping the boundary on our left until we reach a gate, and that should tell us the way to Blackden Brook. Whew, God, I'm out of breath already. Here we go. That's the way. Whew, glad I didn't bring too much stuff, because actually this coat is really nice and warm, and I'm already feeling a bit hot actually, but I'm going to keep it on because of the wind chill, and I'm not sure what's around the corner. There's a lot of the path that's worn away in places as well, so, but we're just coming along the brook now, so this is where things should start to get interesting. overgrown with the heather. Thought I was going to get pushed over then. Gosh, it's really muddy. The path is completely worn away. Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's the path. This place is so pretty. I keep stopping to take photos and I have a fear that I'm not going to get the whole walk done today because it's just taking so long to get anywhere. Look, it's so pretty. The camera doesn't really capture how pretty it is, but I'm trying to work out which way it is to go because the path that way doesn't look great. So, alright, we'll see. Realised that although I spent all night charging the drone batteries and making sure everything was ready, I swapped rucksacks at the last minute and I've left the batteries for the drone in the other rucksack. So once again, perfect weather conditions and no drone footage in this video. Not quite sure where the best place to cross is. I think I could end up in the water here. I'm not sure I trust my running and jumping technique. The path is definitely over there. Crikey. Am I supposed to run and jump? Okay, we're doing it. I'm gonna run and jump this bit and you're coming with me. Oh, well, at least my leggings, I think, are shower-proof because one foot went straight in, splashed all up my leg. Never mind. Here we go again. Whoop. So pretty. I think the path, does the path go up there? Unfortunately, it's so muddy, so you really do need waterproof footwear. I'm not sure how I'm going to navigate this bit. Yeah, don't put your hand down to help yourself either because your hand also sinks. Wowie. Oh my god. I just hope my boots stay waterproof because this will be one miserable walk if you've got wet feet. Oh. Oh. Right, off we go again. Woo! Just come up quite a steep rock. I had to take my rucksack off and use both hands to climb up. So I'm going to wait for the ladies behind me to see if they need a helping hand, because it's not easy. I wasn't tall enough to get my foot over the edge, but I made it without my bag, so we'll see how they get on. She accepted my help and said on the count of 3, pull me up. So I did. I think I pulled her a bit too hard. She was like, oh, that was a bit of a strong pull, but got her up on the rock and I've left them to it. Not sure they appreciated my help, but never mind. I'm in a bit of a dilemma because the path kind of splits and there's that way, as you can see, that way, or that way. And the guide says the path splits and the easy route is to the left and the scramble is to the right. However, that to me, that looks a lot harder than that, and that looks a lot muddier. So I'm not sure which way to go. There's definitely not a path that went off to the left before this. I followed the brook all the way up. So which way? Wow. Well, I've had a look on my OS Maps route and it definitely says this way. So I guess we're gonna give it a go. Apparently. Okay, well, you know, time is on our side, so if it gets too much, I'll come back down, I guess, one way or another.